Saudi Arabia, whether during the reign of King Abdullah, the late King Abdullah, or with King Salman bin Abdulaziz and the new government in Saudi Arabia. You may have noticed that King Salman kept His Highness Prince Saud al-Faisal as foreign minister, and this is a clear message to not only to the Arab world and the Muslim countries, but to the world at large, that the foreign policy of Saudi Arabia would remain unchanged for the foreseeable future. On the other hand, His Highness kept the oil minister, Dr. Ali al-Nuaimi. That's another clear message to the world, particularly the oil importing countries, that the oil policy of Saudi Arabia is not slated to see any changes till the international oil markets stabilize, and this stability will be reached according to oil experts when supply and demand will be balanced. So I think that Saudi Arabia is on the right path. We are very impressed by the smooth and the quick peaceful transition of power in Saudi Arabia in the context of the explosive situation in the Arab Peninsula. You refer to the situation in Yemen and to the situation in Syria, in Lebanon, and in Bahrain. The Arab world in the throes of deep changes. No one can predict the course that these changes will take in the few years to come. So the fact remains that what we have witnessed upon the death of the late King Abdullah, may peace rest on his soul, may his soul rest in peace, I think is very impressive, and it's further proof that political stability in Saudi Arabia has proven to be unshaken.
Since you mentioned, sir, keeping the oil minister, keeping the Minister of Foreign Affairs in position, yet the Minister of Defense was one of the very first decisions taken by King Salman, and taking Prince Mohammed bin Nayef to be chosen as the second in line to the Crown Prince. So there are also other choices, I think, in front of King Salman. First, to inject newer generations, I should say, in the Saudi government, and to face the challenges on the ground with different perspectives or different way of dealing with the situation on the ground. Would you shed light on that?
You may recall that King Salman himself was the defense minister before the death of
And I think he was graduated from one of the air defense colleges in Britain.
I guess this is, maybe you are speaking about Crown Prince.
And he was among three who were here in 1956 war.
Yes, in the popular resistance movement. So of course it's only understandable that there is a new defense minister in Saudi Arabia, and happens to be Minister Mohammed bin Salman.
Yes.
What we have seen two things during this transition of power in Saudi Arabia. First of all, for the first time ever since the establishment of Saudi Arabia back in 1932, we have seen the emergence of the grandsons of the founder of Saudi Arabia. Now they have come to the forefront. Many years from now, you'll have one of the grandsons of the founder being a crown prince, and ultimately the king. So we have a smooth transition of power, and we have a generational transition. The second thing concerning Emir Mohammed bin Salman, he is only, I guess, 37 years old or 38 years old. So you are not only picking up the grandsons of King Abdulaziz, but also you are empowering the young in Saudi Arabia to take commands, and these decisions are taken on experience. They are being taken on merit, and that's one of the aspects of Saudi Arabia. Despite what's being said sometimes, every now and then, to cast doubt on the political stability and relations among the ruling family in Saudi Arabia, but these. I don't think that these reports do reflect reality. Upon the assassination of King Faisal in March 1975, we have seen the transition of power from King Faisal to King Khalid, and then from King Khalid to King Fahd. And when King Fahd, the late King Fahd, was really felt sick, the late King Abdullah became, he was crown prince, but he is the one who steered the country and the government from 19...
What they were saying, the de facto ruler?
Well, he steered the country from 1996 till August 2005, when he was chosen as a king. And then upon his death last Friday, we have seen a generational transition of power in the Saudi family. So I don't think these reports about instability or infighting, I don't think these reports are credible enough to be discussed tonight.
Right. When we assess the situation on the ground and look into the timing that this have happened, the death of King Abdullah ibn Abdulaziz and succession after that of King Salman ibn Abdulaziz, with what's happening in the surrounding areas in the Arab region, what do you expect could be the most important files that could be taken into respect according to the new king?
Well, next March, Egypt would host the Arab Summit at the end of March, and I guess the Arab Summit would be the first occasion for us to see how the Arab world under the new Saudi leadership would deal with the various crises across the Arab world, whether we are speaking about Yemen, Libya, Syria, Iraq, the fight against terrorism and the international coalition against Daesh, or situation in Lebanon. Definitely, we are facing, as Arabs, many daunting challenges, particularly in the security and the strategic fields. And I'm hopeful that with the new king, the new Saudi king, the Arab world would adopt very strong positions, would adopt a vision, a common vision of how to deal with these challenges and how to steer the Arab world out of this unprecedented period of insecurity and instability that has caused many destruction, much destruction around the Arab world. You have to take Syria, Libya, and Yemen just as an example. And I as an Egyptian diplomat, I hope that Egypt with Saudi Arabia would spearhead our fight against terrorism, against poverty, illiteracy, disease, and we will put the Arab world on the road of progress. We are lagging behind. We have to admit that we as Arabs are lagging behind in terms of almost everything, So it's high time now for us to say enough is enough, and let's turn the page. Let's fight. Let's work against international interference and foreign in our Arab affairs, and let us trying to find Arab solutions to Arab crisis. One of the most complicating factors that caused the emergence or caused this present sad situation in the Arab world for the last 4 years is that the Arab governments, for one reason or another, left for foreign powers and regional powers, let them did not have
the lesson, sir? Have they learned the lesson? This lesson is
I hope that this will be the vision in the upcoming Arab Summit.
But sir, you are speaking about the Arab Summit which is going to take place by the end of March, but we do have another important event which is going to take place from the 13th to the 15th of March, which is the Economic Summit, which is going to be held, inshallah, in Sharm el-Sheikh in the Red Sea resort there. Do you think that the presence of Saudi Arabia and the delegation which is going to come is going also to be another indication or to represent the current situation or the current ties between Saudi Arabia and Egypt under King Salman?
Personally speaking, I believe that the Gulf participation in the Sharm el-Sheikh conference mid-March, including Saudi participation, would be at the highest level, whether we are speaking about the Gulf governments or Gulf investors and companies, as well as the Gulf sovereign funds. And let's hope that we are ready with new legislation that would facilitate foreign investment, that would make it that would turn Egypt very competitive internationally as far as direct foreign investments are concerned. And I believe that Gulf and Saudi investors are looking forward to participate in this conference. There is no denying that from an economic point of view, Egypt is a promising country, and foreign investors as well as Arab investors always look at Egypt as a promise in future investments. It's up to us here in Egypt to make Egypt really more attractive and more competitive as far as direct foreign investments are concerned.
Right. Ambassador Hussein Haridi, former Assistant Foreign Minister, would like to thank you very much.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you, sir, for your input, and we hope that we are going to see you again in other special episodes and always on Nile TV International.
Thank you.
After the short break, we are going to come back with another topic and another guest. Stay tuned only on Nile TV International.